What is happening? Welcome to another pitcher video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollack, and today we're going to talk about Blake Snell. If you don't know Blake Snell, I have something I call the Blake Snell Blueprint. I've called it this for about 5 years now. I literally have a poster in my bedroom of Blake Snell throwing four-seamers up inside the zone, and then all these secondaries down at the bottom of the zone and underneath. It's how he's had success over the years, and I've been waiting for Blake Snell to really execute it this year, and we just saw 7 innings, 12 strikeouts with 1 earned run against the Rockies in Coors. So you're wondering, is he back? Well, let's watch it. Let's find out. So, Blake Snell needs to throw strikes to his fastball, and he had only a 45% zone rate in this start with it, right? As you can kind of see in the beginning here, well, that's not it. And that's something that Blake Snell has done a lot lately, which I really hated in the past. I've actually joked. There's an old story of Blake Snell in 2021 and 2022 throwing too many changeups. In 2021, he said, "Oh, I'm going to be putting it in timeout," and all of a sudden, he had that amazing run from July onward. He put it in timeout, I think, against the Mets, and he had success. So then I literally went on Blake Snell's stream in 2022 around February. He was live streaming, and I said, "Blake, buddy, are you not going to throw this changeup anymore? Because when you were under 10% usage of it, you had success, right?" And he said, "Oh, hey, thanks so much, Pitcher List. I just want to let you know, like, I'm so excited to use my changeup again." And I was like, "All right, I'm not drafting him in 2022." And he still had his changeup for a bit, and then eventually he did cut it out and had that success. So this year, Blake Snell has had to use his changeup more. And I'm not critical against it because it's been successful. But it's also because his secondaries, that is a slider and his curveball, have been not dependable for him. They have not been getting strikes for him, and he has needed a secondary pitch to get strikes, and the changeup has stepped up in that way. It is not the ideal for Blake Snell, and he knows this. I've talked to people about this. Blake Snell is not thinking, okay, my changeup is everything these days. No, the primary plan, number one, plan A, is to be fastballs, curveballs, and sliders. And we're going to see more so in this game. It is fastballs and curveballs, but the changeup at a 41% CSW, and it's more of that. It's like plan 1.5 now, or 8.5. That's not a thing, but it is a big deal for him. And to throw it at 1-1 here, as he got a call, by the way, which is not right. He got lucky. To get that second strike is a very cool thing to see against the right-hander. So that's the thing. So that's 82 of a curveball down and in that bounces. And Snell has not really been able to get those swings this year. This is against Profar. He's not really the greatest hitter ever. And it's the first curveball of the game for Snell. It bounces behind the plate, not in front of the plate. It's a very tempting pitch when you execute it right. I'm glad it got a whiff in the best versions of Snell. He gets these more often. So I don't want to judge it too harsh because, like, yeah, that was a good result. 1-2, you put it in a good spot and you got a swing. Like, that's great. Is it sustainable? I don't know. I generally want to, not in the dirt as much. In the dirt, breaking balls are not whiffed on nearly as much as they used to. Nearly. Hitters are a lot better at it now. And can't establish the zone? Okay, all right. Come on. This ball hit a long way left center field. Did Toba click it? Okay, so let's go back for a second. I was talking about the changeup, right? Why didn't I want him to throw the changeup over the years? And Blake Snell, hey buddy, you threw a hanging changeup. It's why I didn't like this pitch. It has these mistakes, and it gets destroyed when it does. This is the only real mistake, though, of the entire game. And YouTube, I swear, if you're not going to let me get monetization because of that, I'm going to be so upset at you. Come on. No one's here to watch that home run. So anyway, so that's a fastball upstairs that he misses again. That's the good one. That is the pitch that Blake Snell, when he is working, has. Right? I want to see so many more of these from Blake Snell. That is a high fastball inside the zone at 1-0 that gets a foul ball, it gets a strike. When Blake Snell is at his best, he does this all day. All day. But we didn't really see it yesterday. And I don't know if we're going to be able to see it the rest of the year now. We haven't seen it all this year. I mean, maybe like once or twice. But for me to really buy into Blake Snell, it's pitches like those. And I don't know if we're going to see it moving forward.
1-1 on a guy who's one of his biggest fans, Ryan McMahon.
There's a slider that he gets the call on. That's 2 of them. Oh, man, I don't know if that's right. Tail bus, stop that. Sorry, Twitch chat is going. You got to watch these live on Twitch. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every single weekday morning. Sometimes I go to 1 p.m. like today because I have fun. It's free. Twitch.tv/Pitcher List. And he gets a whiff on that. Like, McMahon, 2-2, that generally does not induce that whiff, right? And I really want to emphasize this. Blake Snell earned what I call a golden goal yesterday, which is, sorry, King Cole, which is the highest CSW rate of any starting pitcher, 40% CSW, and it was you have to have a minimum of 5 innings. And he went 50% swinging strike rate, 9 over 18 whiffs on the curveball, but a lot of them were like that. And I don't know how sustainable that is. So there's a fastball inside. You get an out. Now you can say, oh, no, Nick, that was a hard hit ball. You threw a fastball in the zone. Okay? Not ideal. Like, I think Snell's fastball plays better up here, but it's medium. It's not down. It's medium height, which is good to do on the inside corner. Sure. I will take this all day. You know, one of the things that you'll notice about Snell in this game is that he went 7 innings, and he didn't throw 100 pitches by the 5th. He was actually around like 60 pitches by the 5th inning. You throw enough strikes, you get enough strikes. That's what happens. And Snell's stuff is so good that he just needs to throw strikes. So that's good. I'll take that all day. Like, I know I'm like judging the results as opposed to the process, but the process is good too, even though it was a hard hit ball. I hate the fact that he's getting behind on so many batters. He can't throw this fastball in the zone still. Ah, yes! That's the good stuff. I want that. I want a 1-0. Man, if I could believe that Blake Snell does this constantly through starts, then I would buy in on Blake Snell. That's a 1-0 curveball for a strike. That's what I call free real estate. That is when you throw a curveball at 1-0 or 0-0 inside the zone, heavy majority of the time, you will get a strike of some kind, either an out, a foul ball, a swing strike, or a called strike. You'll get a positive outcome. That's a beautiful one at 1-0, and this is something Snell has struggled with so much this year. And to see that, this is something I want to see more from Snell. We actually don't see it too much in this game, but this is the skill that Snell needs to have success. 1-1, fastball. Let's go. Oh, man, he's getting a lot of these calls. That's good, but you can see he's not pristine with it. So I need to get it up in the upper third of the zone. Oh my God, what? Come on, Montero, you can't be swinging at this. Come on, that's such a. Like, this is why it's important for us to watch this. And what you know, he misses with the first pitch again. And we're in the second inning. And I feel like these are the. Oh, God, he's getting all these calls. I'm only going to show these 2 innings today. And that's the slider. And the slider really has not been a consistent thing for Snell. It used to be. When he was on the Rays, it was really good. And I've seen it in, last year in 2021. It has been. Oh, I miss pristine Snell. It's like I'm just even thinking of like those days, and it was so fun. I'm like, this is Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones has been super hot for the Rockies. This is a 2-1 count. You just see him miss with the slider. So likely Snell is not going to throw that slider again at 2-1. Likely not going to throw the curveball, not the changeup. So this is a fastball count. And I think Snell got away with this. This is a really ideal spot for a lefty to go and crush something, especially Nolan Jones. And you can kind of see like how close he was on this. Oh, you almost got punished. You got away with that one, Snell. It's not 2-2. You can go upstairs or you go curveball down. Probably curveball down. Oh, again. Oh, man. That's a foul ball back. I think, one of the most fun parts of pitching. If there's one thing that I think a lot of pitchers can learn, it's body language during an at-bat. And what the batter tells you in an at-bat of what they are going after and what they're good at. and it helps you with sequencing. We try and think of sequencing as a textbook of just like when it's this, you do this. That's incorrect. It is a blueprint, but in actuality, good sequencing comes from body language of the batter. And this pitch is a really good way to learn what kind of body language you can get. This is a fastball that should have been upstairs. It is in a good location for the hitter. And Nolan Jones is showing that I am on your fastball. Why? Because he swings at this pitch, which is in the zone in 2-strike count, but he fouls it straight back. Pitches that go straight back is when hitters are right on it. That means the velocity he's on it. That means he's ready for a fastball. And it tells you that the next pitch should not be a fastball. So what does he do? Blake Snell throws a curveball, and he throws it in the zone, which is so important. Why curveball in the zone? Because Jones pulls back. He does what I used to call a matrix, essentially, with the back moving, right? And because you see Nolan Jones on the previous pitch foul back a fastball, he takes this curveball. It's a high swing decision count. It is a 2-2 count. But because it was a fastball he was on the previous one, he's going to take this curveball in the zone. Snell executes it, and he earns a strikeout.
Tough pitch. That strike is South Florida. He's hit at every level in the minor leagues.
Oh, God. Throw one for a strike. Come on. Good. There it is. Good. You made an adjustment. You missed down and away. You go up top. Good.
2 for the Padres now here for the Rockies.
Ah! Man, this has got to be located better.
For the Rockies.
That's not it. That is not where Snell's fastball works. And I will say Montes does a good job going in out on this. You know, as I'm out of focus for whatever reason. That's just, you know, my distraught nature. I'm out of focus. But you can actually even see, too, that Montes isn't killing this as he should. That should be driven to left field. That should be pulled on, right? Wrapped around and, like, destroyed to left field for normally down and in like this. So you can tell that he's, like, a little bit behind on it. And if Snell actually executed upstairs, Montes isn't going to do this. But because he gave him an opportunity to drop the barrel effectively, Coco got a base hit. Almost even, like, got an out. You know, it was that close to it. Good. Get that call. Good. Now you throw a curveball for a strike, please. Change up away. That's fine. You know, that's okay. I talk a lot of negative about the changeup because it's not consistent, but when it works like that, 0-1 after a fastball up, down and away, that's beautiful. It's just about consistency and frequency, and we saw with the home run that it's not always consistent, but good. That's fine. So those are the only 2 innings I'm going to show of Blake Snell. I think you guys can get that this is not it. Right? Like, I'm glad it worked. I really am glad. The Rockies messed up. We talk about cores and we say that, oh man, cores is just a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for a disaster because generally cores hitters are better because they're more adjusted to cores itself. And then, of course, the ball goes farther given the atmosphere, right? But the cores hitters still need to be good hitters. And they were not good hitters against Snell in this game. That's the bottom line of it. I think this was a start where Snell got away with a lot, and the Rockies hitters did not punish him, and they really, I don't know, gave in. They rolled over to things that Snell was like, okay, good, whew, I got that. So be careful with Blake Snell. I'm going to be watching more of him, of course. I love watching Blake Snell, especially when it works. You see this stuff, and it's beautiful. But yeah, this should give you a good idea of how good that performance actually was. But all right, that is it for today. Thank you all so much for watching these and enjoying these videos. Leave a comment on who you want me to cover down below. I do these every single day. And share these around. I think these are just really fun, and for this channel to grow, I need your help to spread the word. So thank you all so much for all your support. But that is it. So my name is Nick Pollack, and may your BAPS be low and your strikeouts high.